Hi friends, welcome to Solidworks with Dow. Today we will be designing chest of drawers 1. Note all dimensions are in inches. Material is 3/4 inch maple, and for the backs it's 1/4 inch maple. Drawer box material is 1/2 inch, and 1/8 inch cherry. Drawer slides are shown on the right side view only. Okay, so looking overall length of the chest of drawer is 52 3/4 inch shown in the front view, and also at the front view. Okay, the overall height is 30 inches, and then at the right side view the overall depth is 15 3/4 inch. Okay, so looking at the right side view with the right panel removed and the one drawer panel removed here, the one in the middle, to show clarity. Okay, the drawer fronts are 8 inches high. Okay, and there's an 1/8 inch plate in between them from the bottom panel up to the top panel, as you can see here, 4 places. The back panel is 25 inches high. The drawer box is 6.5 inches high by 13 inches deep. Okay, the bottom panel is also 13 inches deep here. Okay, now going to the top view with the top panel removed for clarity. Okay, we're looking at the back panel. There's 2 of them. Okay, they're 25 3/4 inches long. Okay, and they're sitting inside 3/8 of an inch. Okay, and the thickness is 1/4 inch. Okay, now going on to the front view with the drawer panel removed, one of them, the top left here, to show to have clarity. All right, so the drawer box, the width of it or the length of it is 24 1/4 inches overall. Okay, and the thickness of the bottom panel is 1/8 of an inch. Okay, it's cherry. It's sitting 3/4 of an inch up from the bottom edge here. All right, and then in the middle there's a support that's 2 inches wide by 1/2 inch high, and it's 13 inches long. Okay, and then moving to the bottom panel length here, okay, or is 23 3/4 inch, and then moving to the top front panel here at the top corner of the front view, the drawer front is 25 inches long, as mentioned earlier. Okay, 8 inches high, and at the top it's 6 inches wide here, the cutout, and 4 inches at the bottom, and 1 inch high. Okay, at an angle of 45 degrees, and there's 4 fillets at the 4 corners at 3/4 inch. Okay, so that's the drawer handle cutout. Okay, so now looking at the bottom view, the base is made up of 4-inch legs. Okay, here shown in the dimensions shown in the front view. All right, there's 2 horizontal ones. Okay, at 46 3/4 inches long, and it's sitting 1 inch in from the front and the back edge. And then from the left, the vertical legs are 12. Well, actually, they're 15 3/4 inches long because they span the length of the bottom panel, and they're sitting in from the left and the right side 2 1/4 inches. Okay, so let's get started and design this chest of drawer 1. File, new, part, okay. Save drawing as chest of drawers 1. Going to apply scene, drawing in plain white. Systems option at the top here. Document properties tab. Units. IPS for inches, drawing in inches. 3 decimal place for dimensioning. Okay, we're going to start at the top plane. Top plane, sketch. Corner center rectangle. Smart dimension. 52.750. 52 3/4 of an inch. 15.750, 15 3/4 of an inch. Okay. Features: extruded boss cut, extruded boss base, 3/4 of an inch. That's the material thickness. Okay, it's going up. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the bottom here. Sketch on this face. Okay. And choose this line. Offset 1 inch in. Okay. Offset 1 inch again. Up. Offset 2.250, 2 1/4 of an inch inside. Offset entities. Again, 2 1/4 of an inch. Okay. So now I'm going to continue to offset 0.750, 3/4 of an inch. Select this line in. Press enter to repeat the command. This line in. Okay. And offset this line in. Okay. Enter to repeat the command. This side in, 3/4 of an inch. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to do some trimming. So trim entities. Okay. I'm going to go here, trim this, trim these 2 lines, trim these, trim that. Okay. Likewise, trim that, power trim, and trim that. Okay. Features: extruded boss base. Okay. So I'm extruding down, that's the correct direction. I want to unselect merge result, 4 inches. Okay, so we got a lot of things here, 4 of them. So I'm going to go to selected contours. I'm going to go back to the bottom view. Select this contour and that contour. And now it highlighted thin features. We don't want that. Okay, unselect it. So I got 2 bodies here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to extrude that. Okay. So I'm going to go back here, boss extrude 2, select sketch 2, and do another extruded boss base. Again, unselect merge result, 4 inches correct, direction is down. Okay, thin feature, we don't want that. So highlight selected contours, and I'm going to go again to the bottom view. Select this left contour, select this right one. Okay, and unselect thin features. Okay. Okay, so we got 5 bodies now. So we got our base and our in. Okay. Now I'm going to sketch on this face of the bottom panel. Sketch. Sketch. Okay. A center rectangle in the center first of the origin. Okay. Escape. Corner rectangle. Okay. Another corner rectangle. Smart dimension. 0.750. 3/4 of an inch. Again. 0.750. Okay. And 0.750, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, cancel smart dimension. Okay. Now I'm going to features, extruded boss base. Okay. I'm gonna unselect mergers out according to the drawing. Okay. These panels are 24.5 inches high. Okay, and it's going up, that's the correct direction. Everything else looks fine from the sketch plane. Okay, so we should have 8 bodies. All right. So now I'm gonna select this face here of the left panel. Sketch. I'm gonna sketch a corner rectangle, top left corner to about there. Okay, smart dimension again. Okay, there's a gap of 1/8 of an inch from that drawer panel to the top panel. Okay, as shown in the drawing, 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch from that panel to the front edge of the front drawer. Okay, the inside, 0.125, 1/8 of an inch again. And then likewise over here from that line to that edge of the middle panel, 0.125. Okay. So now we need the width, okay, the height of the drawer panel. So that's going to be 8 inches. Okay, just one more dimension to verify that we got it right. 25-inch for the length or the width. Okay, the drawer front. Okay, so that looks right. Okay, so I'm gonna draw a center line right in the middle of that line down to that line, and I'm gonna do the cutout for the handle, okay, to pull the drawer, the opening. So I'm gonna draw a angled line, like something like this, like that. Okay, smart dimension from that point to that center line, 3 inches. From this line, 2 inches. Okay, the angular dimension of this line is 45 degrees. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna add some sketch fillet, 0.750, 3/4 of an inch from that and that one. Okay, I'm gonna do that one first, and then I'm going to need to do something here. I'm going to trim. Keep trimmed entities as construction geometry, power trim. Okay. Fillet, sketch fillet, same dimension. All right, 3/4 of an inch. Okay. So now I'm gonna mirror what I've just drawn. Okay. So copy. I'm gonna window select this. I'm gonna avoid that line. Okay. So I don't want it to mirror up. Okay, like that. So 5 entities here. And then mirror about this center line, the vertical one. Okay, and then I'm going to go trim again, power trim, keep trimmed entities as construction geometry checked. I'm going to just do that. All right. Okay, now I'm ready to extrude this. Features, extruded boss base. Okay, unselect mergers out. The thickness of the drawer front is 3/4 of an inch. and it's going out. I want it to go opposite direction, so I'm going to go here, direction 1, reverse the arrow to go in towards the cabinet. Okay. All right, so I got 9 bodies. So now I got my drawer front, okay, my cabinet frame. I'm going to just rotate this. Okay, I'm going to draw on this, sketch on this face, the inside face of the drawer front. Sketch. Okay, so looking at front and back. And let's draw a rectangle, corner rectangle. Okay, I'm going to do smart dimension. Okay, we know the thickness of the box material is 1/2 inch. Okay. Okay, so from this line to this edge, not the drawer front, okay? From this line to the inside edge of the center panel, that's the 1/2 inch spacing for the drawer slides. Okay? This to this. Okay? From this edge to this edge, 1/2 inch. Okay? And then the height of the drawer box is 6.5 inches. Okay? Okay. Cancel smart dimension, draw a center line vertically from that midpoint to that midpoint. Okay, I'm gonna select that and I'm gonna go mirror entities, and I got that one, the right one and the left one. Okay, so features now, I'm gonna extrude that out, okay, towards the back from the sketch plane direction. Okay, it's correct, it's going from the front to the back. Unselect merge result, and 13 inches. Okay. Okay. So I have 11 bodies. Now I'm gonna just rotate that a bit and sketch on this face. Okay. Sketch. Then I'm gonna go to display style here and go hidden lines visible. Okay. Sketch a corner rectangle like that. Smart dimension. The thickness we know is 1/2 inch for the drawer box. So this is the back of the drawer box. Okay. So now I'm ready to features, extruded boss base, and I'm gonna extrude it. Unselect merge result. I want it as a separate body, 23.250. Oops. 23.25 inch. Okay. According to the drawing in the top view. So I'm just gonna look at this from the top view. Okay, so it's from that edge to that. Okay, from the left side to the right side. Okay, so I'm gonna turn back this and go to trimetric view. Okay. All right. It's looking at it and it's correct. Okay. Now I'm gonna draw in the cutout. Okay, for the drawer bottom. So I'm gonna select again this face of the inside face of the drawer front, sketch. And to see things easier, I'm going back to this display style, hidden lines visible. Okay. I'm going to draw a corner rectangle, something like that. Smart dimension again. Okay. From that edge to that edge, 3/4 inch. Okay. We know the drawer bottom thickness is 1/8 inch. Okay. And from here to here, 1/4 of an inch. We're cutting 1/4 of an inch, okay, into the 1/2 inch thick drawer box side. All right, and then likewise on this side, 1/4 of an inch, so halfway in for the drawer bottom to sit. Okay. Then we're gonna cancel smart dimension, draw a corner rectangle for the drawer bottom support. Okay, so smart dimension 2 inches, half an inch. Okay, cancel smart dimension. Now I'm going to zoom out a bit, select the midpoint of this bottom line, this line right here, and then hold shift, select the midpoint of this top line, and then make coincident relation, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go to features, extruded, we're gonna cut first. Okay, it's going in the wrong direction. We want it to go the other way, so I'm gonna switch it. 13 inches. Okay, selected contour. Select that contour and that one. Okay, looking at it from the top view. Okay, so it's cutting too much towards the back. Okay, as we know, the drawer box is 1/2 inch thick. It's cutting all the way through. We don't want that. We want to cut it halfway through the back of the drawer box and then in 1/4 inch into the back of the drawer front. Okay, so we got to go to from, instead of sketch plane, this is the sketch plane, we are going to go offset. Okay, 1/4 of an inch, 0.250, and it's showing the yellow line, okay, going up, which is incorrect, so I'm going to go reverse the arrow to go into the drawer front. Okay, and now letting you see it from the back, the drawer box from the back. Okay, from the top view at the back. Okay, so now it's in the middle at 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so that's more correct. All right, so I'm gonna go okay. So display style shaded with edges. Okay, geometric view, just to show you the result of that. Okay, we're talking about 1/4 inch in. Okay, 1/4 inch all around to the sides, into the sides for the drawer bottoms to sit, and then the other cutout is for the drawer bottom support in the middle. Okay. Okay. So now going back to cut extrude 1, drop the arrow down, sketch 7, and we're gonna fill in, okay, what we just cut with the drawer bottom and the drawer bottom support. So we're gonna extrude a boss base. All right, 13 inches is correct. Selected contour. I'm gonna select these as 2 contours, okay, or also merge into one. So I'm gonna do this one, the drawer bottom first. All right, and then looking at it from the top view, again, it's extruding too far, okay? So the 13 inch is correct. Now we got to do the offset again to get it to go to the front at 1/4 of an inch. From offset, 0.250, 1/4 of an inch. It's going up. We want it to go down, okay, into the drawer front, from the back of the drawer front, okay? So now looking at it again, this is correct. Okay, so now we got 13 bodies. Again, trimetric view. So I'm going to the same sketch again. You can get it from there, sketch 7 from there or there. Okay, I'm gonna get it from there. Okay, cut extrude 1, sketch 7 again, extruded boss base. Unselect merge result, 13 inches correct. I'm gonna select the bottom rectangle now, contour, okay? For the drawer bottom support. Okay, again, top view. Okay, from, instead of sketch plane, offset, 1/4 inch, like we did before. Okay, and it's going away from the drawer front. We want it to go inside the drawer front, 1/4 inch. Okay, cut in, well, not cut, but extrude inside. Okay, so now it is, and here it's 1/4 inch into the back, sitting inside. All right, so I'm going to go OK, trimetric view, and just to show you from the bottom, okay, view. I want to turn this off. All right, I'm going to undo that. Okay. So now I'm going to go to this front face, which is Boss Extrude 5. I'm going to hide that for now. Okay. I'm going to hide that. Okay. I'm going to select all that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies. And I'm going to apply some appearance to that now. Okay. I'm going to go to organic folder, wood. I'm just giving it cherry, okay? Double click. All right, to have contrast between that and the cabinet material. All right. Then I'm going to go to Boss Extrude 5, which is the drawer front. I'm going to show it. Then I'm going to choose it, and I'm going to apply maple. Okay? So now I'm going to go to the front view. Okay? I'm going to do a linear pattern right now of what I've just created. Okay, direction. I'm going to zoom in here. Okay. Direction is going to choose this horizontal line. It's going to the left. I want it to go right. So the edge 1, reverse it. I want it to go that way, okay? All right. So now the distance, 26 inches. Number of instances, 2. All right. I don't want features. I want bodies. I'm going to window select that. It should give me 6 parts, bodies, okay? And it does. 6 items here, 6 bodies. All right. Then I'm going to direction 2. Okay. I'm going to select this left line right here, or edge. All right, right here. And it's going down. The arrow shows down right here at the top corner here. And the distance is 8.125, 8 and an eighth of an inch. 1/8 of an inch. Okay. And there's 3 instances, number. Everything else is the same. Okay. Spacing, okay. All right. So we've got 44 bodies now. All right. I'm going to go to trimetric view. Okay. Trimetric view. Now I'm going to sketch in, draw on the top. So I'm going to select this top face right here of the left side panel. Sketch. Corner rectangle. Top left corner to bottom right corner. Okay. Features, extruded boss base. Unselect merge result. 0.750, 3/4 of an inch up from that face, sketch plane. Okay. Okay, so 45 bodies. Okay, we're about there, almost done. Okay, so now I'm going to rotate this cabinet. Okay, like that. I'm going to select this face of the bottom panel, the top face of the bottom panel, and I'm going to sketch on it. Oops, exit that. Sorry about that. Let's do that again. Select it, sketch. Okay. Display style. Okay. Hidden lines visible. I'm gonna draw, sketch a corner rectangle like that. Okay, from the left side panel to the right side panel, looking at it from the top view. Smart dimension. All right, so according to drawing, it's inset in from the back panel. Okay, it's sitting 0.375 in. Okay, and the thickness of the backs, there's two of them, is 0.250, quarter of an inch. Okay, distance from here to here is 0.25, quarter of an inch, okay, into the left side. Okay, so let me modify this. It's not one long back panel, there's two, okay? So I'm gonna move this in like that. Put this back over here. Smart dimension from that left edge of the middle panel or center panel, all right, to that line, 2.5, quarter of an inch. Okay. I'm going to draw a center line to mirror this, okay, contour to the right side, so I don't have to draw it again. So I'm going to go select all that, mirror entities, and I got my left back and my right back drawn. Okay, so I'm going to go features. I got to do a cut first, okay, and then extruded boss base second, like we did before for the drawer bottom and the drawer bottom support. Extruded cut. All right. So looking at it from the back view, okay, the back view. All right. The direction is incorrect, so we're going to reverse it right away. So it's going up, and according to the drawing on the right side view, the back panel is 25 inches long. Okay, 25 inches up. Okay, so as you notice, it's going from the sketch plane up, okay, to the top panel a little too much because it's starting at the top at the sketch plane. So we're going to do just like we did with the drawer bottom and drawer bottom support. We got to offset quarter of an inch, okay, so it cuts into the bottom panel. Okay, so we're going to reverse because it's going too much into the top panel. Reverse the offset, and now you can see the yellow line is showing a quarter of an inch into cutting into the bottom panel, okay, and then quarter of an inch into the top, quarter of an inch into the left, okay, panel, quarter of an inch as we've drawn before into the middle panel or center panel, okay, likewise for the right back, okay. So looks good. I'm just going to okay it. All right, turn on display style just to show you the results. Okay, quarter of an inch into the left panel, the bottom panel, the center panel, okay, and then quarter of an inch into the top panel. Okay, so now I'm going back again to cut extrude 2, sketch 9, right here at the bottom left, and I'm going to extrude into there the back panel, okay, using the same contour. Okay, so unselect merge result, the 25 inches correct, the direction's correct, just going to the back view, oops, that's the right view, the back view, okay, and again, we need to do the same from offset, quarter of an inch, and we want it to go down, not up, okay, to fill in that quarter of an inch at the bottom. All right, so, okay. All right, just to show you display style. All right, we can see the contours on the dotted line here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna turn back that trimetric view. Okay, all that's left to do is apply appearance material. Okay, so now I'm going to go to solid bodies. There's 47 of them. Okay, I'm gonna select this, hold control, select this. Okay, that and this. So that's the four legs, I guess, of the base. Okay, and then we need to select the rest of the panels. That does not have an appearance. This one, the bottom panel, the center panel, the left panel, right panel, the top panel, and the last two that we extruded, the back panel and the back panel. Okay, release control just to make sure that that's what we want. Okay, and then I'm gonna go to appearances here. Okay, appearance, organic, wood folder, and it's maple. Double click maple. Okay, trimetric view. Okay, just gonna close that. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the top view. Okay, the front view. Okay, we can hide that. Okay, let's go back to the right side view. Hide that. Okay. Back view. Hide that. All right. Then top view again. We'll just hide that. Take a look. Trimetric view. I'm gonna show all those things I hide. Okay. Okay, so there we have it. We've designed Chest of Drawers 1. I hope you like it. If so, give me a like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching.